appreciate it. I want to dissect the next 3 to 5 years with a few comments about each year. So right now in 2023, we've passed through an inflection point. So what do I mean by that? I mean the growth rate for the economy has peaked, whether you're looking at GDP, whether you're looking at manufacturing. The growth rate for the economy has peaked, and we're seeing growth rates slow down. So we're still growing, but we're growing at a much slower pace right now. And that's a warning sign to us, because typically when we enter this part of the economic business cycle, that suggests that there's a potential recession coming our way. And so what we're seeing right now in 2023 is a lot of weakening of incoming orders for businesses. We're seeing a pullback in CapEx as we all deal with higher interest rates as the Federal Reserve's trying to capture or bring down the higher level of inflation. So we're at that point in the cycle in 2023 where we're seeing all of these warning signs. Now, we still expect the economy to grow in 2023, just at a much slower pace than we've seen compared to 21 and 22. Where the real challenges from our perspective come in is as we get into next year. ITR does forecast a recession in the economy in 2024. Again, whether you're looking at a series like industrial production, which highlights manufacturing, or whether you're looking at a broad-based measure like GDP. Now, when I say the word recession, I think we all have a little bit of PTSD from previous recessions we've been through, whether your mind immediately goes to the pandemic, whether it immediately goes to 2008, 2009 with the financial crisis. That is not the type of recession that I'm talking about. This recession is projected to be very mild for ITR Economics. That's our expectation in 2024 is that GDP, this is a hint for the game that you're all playing in terms of guessing GDP. In 2024, we expect GDP to be down about minus 0.3%. That is a very mild recession, but by definition, and you know us economists love our definitions, that is a recession. So we do expect to see some challenges next year, and again, a lot of it is due to this higher interest rate environment as businesses pull back in their investments and pull back in spending. Now, again, very mild, and as we look out to 25 and 26, that's where the good news that I have for you comes in, is we see 25 and 26 growing at rates that are typical for a healthy growing U.S. economy, looking at about 2.5% growth, for example, in 2025. So the way we're thinking about these next 3 to 5 years from a very high level is we see some challenges ahead, especially as we get late into this year in 24. But this is a recession that we're hoping to urge everyone to be aggressive during. Really, because the recession in 2024 is so mild from our perspective, it should be a time where you're catching your breath, you're clearing the debris from the last few years, and you're making investments in your business so that you can capitalize on the growth that we have coming out in 25 and 26. So again, I just want to highlight that when I say the word recession, I think we immediately our minds go to sort of the worst of it. That's not the case. It's really a period of time for us all to catch our breath and be making those investments in 24 during this slower period of activity that will benefit us in 25, 26, and beyond. We do not have another recession forecasted after this 2024 recession until we get it into 2030, which I know we'll talk about.
Don't go there yet.
Yeah, I know we'll get there. But I think the real key point that I want to make is use 24 in the slower activity because you're essentially preparing your business for about 5 to 6 years of consecutive growth.